So we're here at the Labour Party conference talking about animal agriculture and its impact on the environment. We're trying to get people to start thinking about encouraging policies that incentivise a move to growing plant protein instead of animals.
If we're serious about sustainable agriculture, sustainable diets, we really need to have the right framework, and we really need to put some regulation in place.
I thought it was a really interesting debate. It kind of crossed the whole landscape of what's going to happen with farming post-Brexit, looking at how we can use Brexit as a sort of lever for more sustainable farming, how we can incentivise sustainability, whether that's through subsidies or through, as Marco Springman was talking about, through tax on food to kind of make up for emissions and public health.
I think it went really well, and it was nice that we went overtime and the audience still stuck around because there's so many people interested in this topic. I don't think that would be the case 10 years ago if the same fringe event was held, but there's clearly a lot of interest in vegan diets, and now the policy side as well. Because we're leaving the EU, there's so much more potential.
And one of the interesting things that came up was especially in the questioning about education, and people feeling that we're not so connected with our food, we don't understand the impact, and that's a big part of the puzzle in educating people about the impact of their diet, both on climate and on their own health.
We're here at the Conservative Party conference in Manchester, about to launch our new report, Solutions for the Farm of the Future. I'm delighted to be here with the report author, Griffin Carpenter from the New Economics Foundation.
Yeah, it was really exciting to work on this report about protein crops. We've been looking for a while now at the New Economics Foundation about how we shift diets to ones that are sustainable, that are affordable, that are healthy, that are ethical, and protein crops really present a win-win-win-win for all of these options. There's lots of potential here for protein crops. I think it's very exciting actually. And I think actually developing protein crops could address a number of the other challenges we talk about in agriculture. So we talk about selling productivity sometimes, and if we have a new R&D scheme, if we have a new developing industry, that's an interesting way of tackling that. Kind of new and exciting, and you're actually attracting different people to farming.
So from the health side, it's very clear-cut. If you look at the cohort, prospective cohort studies that are out there, consumption of legumes can reduce your chance of getting chronic heart disease by about 25% for a 100-gram portion. And that is really quite major.
There's I think there's a way in for us to be part of that discussion, but it is just trying to get people to grasp the possibilities and opportunities that there are here. But it's great timing.
And that's a way of getting an offer, a package, saying that we have this new program. We'll give you the land, it comes with a loan, we have training schemes, there'll be land-based education going on, and you just make a whole package to allow people to make that transition.
On the environmental side, it's interesting. From greenhouse gas perspective, it's also clear win. I mean, if you compare legumes, pulses to beef, I mean, there are sometimes differences of 100 times, you know, so you can really dramatically reduce your greenhouse gas emissions. At the moment, the incentives are not such that you would consume a diet that is high on legumes, for example. And you shape the food environment by all kinds of things, setting the prices right, making the choices available easily, and sort of that's how you basically create the demand so that you would then satisfy with supply, right?
You know, picture a vegan in your mind, picture a vegan diet. That's a problem. If you can picture someone in your mind, then that's showing there's a problem with representation here. Whereas obviously globally, if you think about what a vegan looks like, it's much different. It's definitely not upper class. It's definitely not, white in London. So there's a problem here in representation, and if people don't identify with that representation, then they won't make that change to their diet.
In order to make pulses part of the British diet, maybe the British diet needs to adapt a little bit to those ingredients in some form.
So we've had a couple of really good weeks at our party conferences, speaking to parliamentarians and delegates about our Go Green report, and we've had loads of really positive responses, and we're going to be talking to more people over the coming months about our policy recommendations. So we're really excited, we've had really good responses, and we're looking forward to what the future holds for the report and the recommendations, and hopefully be put into policy.